Alright, welcome back. Alright, this is what the Garden of Heavenly Life had offered up from the concordance in reference to what I was talking about, and it really does fit here with what we're saying. So here we have the word whore, which is of the word hoary. Now, we find this word here again in chapter 41, verse 32 in the book of Job, and I told you that this is a description of the rising of Leviathan out of the abyss, and this is our time now, and it starts from the beginning of his binding until his release and entrance into the material world. So it says, he maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary. Now we're going to get a reference to this hoary right here, okay? And it says, whore, meaning hoary, applied to frost, applied to gray hair. Now, how is this going to connect us up to the dragon, which is Leviathan? Okay? And it's going to be very, very simple. It's going to be very easy. What we have to recognize here is that hoary is applied as gray hair, and we know that gray hair denotes age, being old, and also wisdom. Alright, now let's look here in chapter 19, and what we need to understand is a couple of things real quick in the book of Revelation. We have Christ, which is, out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword. Now this is exactly what I told you in the book of Isaiah, chapter 27. In that day the Lord with his sore and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. Now we want to equate dragon as Leviathan, and now we want to use that hoary term to equate age. Okay, now watch this. Now here we are in chapter 20, which is still talking about Christ destroying them with his word. And let's get on down right to here, and it says, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So as we can see here, we have the dragon, which I told you is Leviathan, which you see right here Isaiah is telling you is Leviathan. Right there for you. And then now we have the connection with the hoary deep that we found in Job, because here we have the dragon being related as an old serpent, which so cleanly and perfectly connects us to our word hoary, which we get being applied as gray hair, age, and wisdom. And remember, the serpent is supposed to be wise. Okay? So there really shouldn't be much more room for, another interpretation. As you see this, you should be able to see quite perfectly what we have before us, that what Christ is smiting with his word is an actual animated personality, and that personality will be known as the Antichrist. That Antichrist is the devil that has been cast into the inner earth. And it really just could not be said any more simply. Now, of course, much of this information is layered. There's many more, offshoot interpretations that have symbolic reference. But what I have given you is the actual root, and that all of the fruit can be traced back to this point. This is what Leviathan is all about in Job 41. The bringing about of the Antichrist into the material world. It connects intimately with chapter 9, verse 11 in the book of Revelations, which is the fifth trumpet, which are the locusts that come out of the inner earth. And I'm going to come back with one more video which will explain what I told you about the fire, smoke, and the brimstone that issues forth out of their mouth, and how it is their false doctrine. And you must understand this. Thank you.